Good morning. I'm a little bit under the weather this morning. I just don't like cold. So, anyway, we can't change much other than going back to Spain again, which I wish I could right now, this minute, because it's just too cold for me in Germany where I am right now. But it is beautiful nevertheless. So this brings me to the topic of today's conversation, and this is, this aspect of human nature that we always want something that we don't have right at this minute. How it is when sometimes we maybe see something, and let's say we bought just a new, beautiful new house, and that's what we always wanted. But after some time, we look around and, it's just a house, it's a place where we live, we still like it, but it's just somewhere where we live. And we see a beautiful house somewhere else and we think, this is really something I want and I will never move again. And it goes on and on and on. The same thing goes with living somewhere. When I lived in Pennsylvania, for example, the winter was so terrible for me coming from England. We have cold times in England, but not snow that you have to shovel every morning when you go to take kids to school, etc. And it was just terrible. I mean, I was feeling like hiding somewhere, and not coming out for 3 months during the winter. And then I went to Spain on holiday, and then I stayed for a long time thinking, oh my God, my dream has come true. I'm just next to the water and I'm next to the sea, etc. But then after a while, you just can't sleep because I was so close to the sea, and the waves are so loud, and you just couldn't sleep. It was wonderful, but you couldn't sleep. So then you moved to town where the sea is close by, but you don't listen to the noise of the waves. And then I kind of never went back to the beach again because I knew it's there, so I didn't go. Neither did my son. So then you think, okay, the summers come, very humid, very hot. And when we came to Germany for my son's studies, the summer was beautiful, it was not humid, it was just really, really nice. But then the winter came. And I wish I was back in Spain or Florida or anywhere else where it's sunshine right now. But, it is human nature. So the reason why I'm saying this is the same thing with the relationships. So you stay in a relationship for a long time, you get fed up, maybe bored, whatever, start questioning your reasons for being in a relationship, and then maybe something else happens, new person comes along, new job comes along, whatever, and you feel that you need to do something different. You need something in your life, something was missing. So you go and do it, and you change a job or you leave your partner, etc. And after a while, you feel maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe I did the wrong thing. Maybe, I left everything I had, and then for something that I don't know what is going to happen, and why did I do that? And then all these guilt feelings come swiping, and then one thinks maybe I should go back to that old job or to that old person. What we are forgetting is that during the time when we left whatever we left, new history has been built up with a new person, with a new job, with the old job. New people came along, new rules came along. So it's not the same. You don't just step back where you left off. You're stepping back, in the new situation. So it is a new situation again, and you can't go back and say, well, I know this better because I was there before. So it is the the problem is, what do we say? Do we say we are greedy for wanting something different? Are we greedy for wanting something more than what we have? Should we just settle and not want anything else? Just be where we are at whatever time in our life. Maybe somebody will say, well, you're 30, you need to think of children and family and settling down. And then the 40 comes and you think, oh, I wish I've done it when I was 30. Then the 50 comes and you think, oh my goodness, I wish I'd done that when I was 40. And even, my mother, who is 89, she would turn to me and say, oh, come on, I wish I was your age, I would do X, Y, and Z. So, there is always past and there is always future, and which we don't know what future brings. We don't know what we will feel. We don't know whom we will meet or what we will want. Sometimes people worked in a steady job for the whole of their life, and then suddenly they decide, you know what, that's not really what I wanted, and now maybe they're 60, 70, even more, and they say, now I want to do what I want to do. And so you have people with a lot of education, academics, engineers, and so on, and they start doing things that may not require them to have any education, academic education, I mean. So they want to make jam. I know one who always wanted to make jam, and she's highly successful academic, and he's doing that now since he's in retirement. Or there are people who actually left highly paid jobs, and I know that too, in the bank just to go and drive trucks because they just like to drive trucks. And they couldn't do it before because everybody thought you must be crazy because, you're in high position in the banking sector. So, there is always that thing, did I do the right thing? Did I make the right choice? Should I go back? I always say this to everyone I know, my family and my friends, and there is an expression that my mother told me, never go back to the hole you've been in before. Now you may interpret this in various ways, but whichever way you interpret it, once you dug that hole, you climbed out of it. Don't go back, because you have no idea what you're going to find in there. So just live your life in present, right now. Remember, past is gone, doesn't exist. Future is not here yet. We have no idea what future brings. What we have is today. The day with clouds or with sun, or without clouds but no sun either, sort of just overcast white sky. But it is today. And there are people today who are smiling, who are happy, who will talk to me when I pass by, and I'm happy. So, but it takes a long time to come to the stage to think that we have present, and that's all we have. But it doesn't mean that we should not have hopes and dreams for the future. It makes no difference what age we are. We need to have hopes and dreams, but not to make us unhappy or to make us waste our present. Never waste our present. So hopes and dreams should exist. Past is there to teach us something. So let's just live in the present. And if you remember that, and if you remember to enjoy whatever present may bring, you will be happy. So with that, I wish you a wonderful week, because it's Monday today, and please be happy. And just simply set yourself goals that are attainable, but don't sort of live all day from morning till night thinking, oh, I should have done that, I should have done that. No, it is present, with cold or no cold. I'm going out to have a coffee now, so enjoy yourself, and I hope it helped you a little bit. And thank you for watching. And I love guitar music. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.